Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Stefan de Vrij. He's a very clever central defender whose positioning and reading of the game are second to none. The way he seems to just know where a pass is headed and he steps in to make the interception, it's very impressive. He's very good on the ball too, Peter, and always looking to contribute towards the build-up play.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Can he get it through? Oh, no joy this time. Oh, can he get onto this? De Vrij spots it and intercepts. That's rather hopeful. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Hernandez. Darmian. Now it's Van Basten. Çalhanoğlu. Searching pass he's played there. And it's McTominay. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of...
There's the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! DiMarco. Now it's Mkhitaryan. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the counter is on. Batistuta providing an outlet on that flank. And he's managed to get free. Goes for a shot! Cleared without complication. Still goalless at the moment. Ribéry. Look at the space here. Van Basten! Van Basten! Scorching strike! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And Inter go in front. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
Lovely ball and a real chance now. Played out wide. Hernandez, terrific header. No mistake. And they're at it again in double quick time. He watched it all the way and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just...
There's a quick free kick. And it's That's an imaginative pass. Quality ball. Pinches it off him. Martinelli. Oh, that's neat. Hakimi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, smashing header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
That's a pretty loose pass. Dealt with nicely by the defence. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Van Basten. Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. Takes on his marker. Fernandes. Not the most convincing of passes. Ah, he's given it away! And it's Van Basten. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Big chance! Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Goal! Portugal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Musiala. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Martinelli. Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. Great chance here to level it up. And that is high. Nicely spread. He's picked his way through. Keeper has taken decisive action. Great ball and he's in. Chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Shot a goal! Oh, off the bar! Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Messi. Oh, easy pickings there. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Not the most accurate pass. Kaká. Camavinga makes the interception. Alexander-Arnold. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Has a look and plays it forward. Schlotterbeck calmly anticipates. Very nicely done. Musiala. And he's managed to get free. Incoming delivery. That's a decent clearance. Played back in. Oh, what a climb! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Camavinga. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Portugal are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And we are back underway.
Portugal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
And here's Rodrigo. No, he's not getting past him there. Bastoni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rijkaard. Nicely aimed pass. Kaká gets into a good position. Cleared away. And here comes the corner. It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Musiala. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Portugal are still that goal to the good. Camavinga. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Fernandes. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Oh, he's been caught napping!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Portugal are looking to break at pace. Martinelli. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench and he needs to act quickly. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Fernandes. Camavinga. Gets to show off his quick feet. Kaká with a definite fell there. Messi. Distributed tidily.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Van Dijk is there and he can get that clear. Azar. He's gone for goal. Camavinga. And it's Azar. Now it's Rodrigo. Rodrigo going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Crunching tackle. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, that's a fine interception. Rijkaard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Portugal leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. And he's had it nicked away. Rodrigo. Alexander-Arnold. He slings it in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And here's Martinelli. Hazard. He has found the way through. And it's Messi. That's a sharp pass. It's played through for him. He's found the way through.
How many interceptions?
And a chance! And that is as far as it goes. Portugal have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this guy, Theo Hernandez, comes from a family with great pedigree, although he's a very different player to his older brother, who's a fine player in his own right, but Theo is...
And Bebeto! They want to be quick to... Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Seedorf. Oh, that's a fine interception. Could move up a gear here. Musiala. This is promising. Played out wide. There's the delivery. Oh, what a climb! Against the crossbar. Decent enough try.
Oh, that look of disbelief.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Maradona is onto it in a flash. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. That's a sharp pass. Pedri. Nicely weighted ball. Saliba. And Hernandez. Pedri. He won't be happy with that one. Kaká. No goals as yet. And it's Conte. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He is... Can he finish? And the counter is on. Van Basten in the hunt and looking threatening.
Musiala really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Ronaldo receives it in a good position here. He gets big! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Now it's Musiala.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he's going to have his name taken. Kaká. Neymar. This looks promising. Now it's Neymar. Oh, smashing header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Hernandez. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Nagatomo. Hakimi. Oh, played right into his path. And that could well leave a mark. Kaká was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Seedorf. Looking to play him in. Neymar! Neymar! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Kaka. Saliba. Saliba. And Hernandez. And it's Neymar. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Kaka can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Musiala. He's got away. Out towards the flank. And he's in on... He's having a shot! It's loose. Has a shot! And the ball's come loose here. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Neymar. Pedri. Now it's Van Basten. Van Basten. Saliba wins the duel this time. Rijkaard. And that's really well manoeuvred. And this is Ronaldo. Musiala. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. And we are up to the break.
Portugal really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway. So the first half brought no goals. Well, that has not gone well. Kaka. Rijkaard. Cristiano Ronaldo. Maradona. And it's Pedri. Now Seedorf. Musiala looking to penetrate opposition lines. Seedorf. That is good alertness. Kaka. And it's Hakimi. Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Looking for the run. Takes a shot! Oh, bang on target. Portugal have their second corner now. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's gone back. Goes for a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And that has been knocked clear. Oh, that's fabulous. And the cross comes in.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Mighty effort! Off the post! Corner number 3 coming up. It's a loose ball. Oh, well played, well played. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is ended up in no man's land. Nagatomo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Knocks it out wide. Great vision. And that has found him in acres of space. Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Oh, it's come loose. And now they can spring out of defence. Seedorf. And it's Maradona. Portugal have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good spread. Maradona. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Manchester United really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He came in hard, very hard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? They're back in possession and ready to go again. Pedri. Saliba.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Hernandez. And it's Seedorf. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's being urged to shoot.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Look at the space here! And that is expertly dealt with. Pass somewhat off target. No foul, says the referee.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Hakimi gets a foot in here. Can he get it through? Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. And he's managed to get free. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 22, Kaká. Número 13, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
Vamos alugar uma substituição.
That's good pressure, closed him down quickly.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Pedri. And here's Stoichkov. And Stoichkov! And he has been fouled there.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Bastoni. Van Basten bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Mbappe. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Nagatomo. Fired deep towards the back post.
Portugal truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Saliba gets over and intercepts. Alaba short-changes him with that pass. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Stoichkov. Rijkaard pulls off an half-time, extra time. And so penalties loom ever closer. Is there anyone who can seize the day in the next 15 minutes? And we're off for the final time. So, for the last time, who dares to win? Oh, easy pickings there. Bastoni calmly anticipates. Rijkaard. Portugal looking to pass their way through. Van der Vaart.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now, can they get him away?
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Now it's Maradona. Maradona has a look inside the box.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, what a mistake! And the finish! In for the pieces! Oh, yes! It's there! Finally! 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 Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. Good challenge, excellent challenge.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Número 38. Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
And it's Azar. Azar. Tries to play it through. Shot, surely! And it's in! They have stolen level at the last! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can...
Still inseparable. We have penalties.
Well, energy levels and stamina were great during extra time, and the emphasis was very much on trying to win it.
Pressure and nerve. After 2 inconclusive hours, it is penalties. Hazard shoulders the responsibility of the first kick. Big character, big moment, big save.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Mbappe is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. Oh, it's saved, pretty much straight at him.
Oh, he never looked comfortable over that, did he?
Van Basten is the man who's second in line. Oh, good take, keeper committed himself.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
Hazard is second man up.
He just did what he was asked.
Batistuta is the third man to step forward. Oh, and the keeper guessed right too.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
Stoichkov will take the third penalty. It's in, too smart for the keeper.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
Park Ji-sung is the fourth man to step up. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
Van der Vaart comes up, their fourth taker. Good penalty, just steered it the other way.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Portugal at the point of no return. Oh, it's been saved! And that's it! So it has all ended in hurt. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Due! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He won't be happy with that one. Due. And he's had a hit! Superb from Due! About as smooth as it gets! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So, a breakthrough already. Aimed beyond the defence. Van Bouten gets over and intercepts. And he's gone looking for safety. Rijkaard. Due.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Rijkaard takes control of it and he's on the move. Okazaki. Rijkaard. And it's Okazaki. He's in a great position here. Cristiano Ronaldo. Kukçu. It's Cruyff. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Shapes to shoot! They've scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rijkaard does well to get it back. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Bastoni defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Chance for a shot! Oh no, this does not look good. Van Basten! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Van Basten really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Now it's Okazaki. Okazaki plays it in, and he was alert to it. And it's Conte. And he's played it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Due.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Van Basten. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Real chance! Goal! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Portugal get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Nagatomo. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's made its way to him. Climbs up big! He scores! Portugal are level. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
This has been... And Aubameyang! Oh, what's he giving here? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Kukçu! Decent enough try.
Kukçu is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nagatomo is one whose deliveries we all know about. Now it's Okazaki. Nagatomo looking tidy in possession here. Now it's Aubameyang. Bastoni calmly anticipates. Doué. And this is Van Basten. Can he get on the end of this? Cruyff! Oh, he's been caught on it here. In he goes again. Goal! Manchester United! And again they hit the front. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And it's Okazaki. Can he get it through? Kukçu. And it's Cruyff. Great defending, strong and determined. Nagatomo. Conte. And it's Nagatomo. Great vision. Good ball, good take. Shot could be on. Great chance! Oh, what has happened here? Deftly away. And there's the end of the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Caros espectadores, vamos desejar os parabéns a todos os sócios e adeptos do clube que festejam hoje mais um aniversário do seu casamento. Parabéns a todos! Substituição para Portugal. Número 17.
And we're underway again.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And this is Cruyff. And Cruyff! Thinks about the shot. Portugal different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Kante gathers from the goal kick. Portugal looking to pass their way through. Nagatomo. Kukçu. Doué. And it's Aubameyang. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Cristiano Ronaldo. He shifted it to the flank. Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
This their second corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Nicely weighted ball. In with the challenge. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Kaka is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to...
Big chance! Oh, taken with style. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
So that goal then?
Oh, I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 22.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Número 11.
Portugal finding their passes. Looking for options for movement. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. And he's whipped it across. Oh, he's been caught. Decent chance! Baresi gets it clear. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Nicely shaped ball. Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. Now it's Van Basten. Now that looks a decent ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Koundé. Portugal perhaps contemplating their next change here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Van Basten. Hazard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Serginho. And that is a little undercooked. Rijkaard. And it's Musiala. Now it's Van Basten. Musiala! Musiala! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Tries to pass it through. Van Basten. And this is Batistuta. Van Basten gets flagged offside.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Azar. Portugal finding their passes. Azar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He came in hard, very hard. Bastoni.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Now it's Batistuta. It's Van Basten! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Van Basten deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Now it's Van Basten. Batistuta.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And no, that was never going to make it. Rijkaard. Time added on will be 2 minutes. For Conte. Back into the middle. Now it's Van Basten. Well, and that is as far as it goes. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then.
There's a player below us, Peter, that I've always admired. Franco Baresi, a defender with wonderful composure and discipline.
Yeah, can't say I'm surprised by your assessment there.
Yeah, one of the great liberos. His intelligence put him on a level higher than the rest, I think.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Hakimi, that's a pretty loose pass. Xavi Alonso, nicely aimed pass. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Scholes, Alonso. Musiala. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Musiala. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, some tackle that. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Portugal already a man down in these early stages. That has left the boss thinking about what harm it has done to their chances. And the pass is intercepted. Kaká. And it's Rijkaard. Musiala. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Xavi Alonso. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Saliba. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's in a great position here. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Portugal have themselves a chance from the spot. This to go one up. And Iker Casillas somehow saves it. Opts to play it back. Oh, sweet feet. Nagatomo delivers.
Oh, once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out. This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Musiala. And he cuts out the supply. Baresi. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Scholes. Bastoni cuts out the pass. He shifted it to the flank. Musiala really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that... And a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
That's tidy. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Kante gets a foot in here. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that has been knocked clear. And here's Musiala. And he's in on goal. Goes for a shot! Oh, it's gone in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Conte. Rijkaard. Here's Scholes. Messi. Back towards the middle. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Portugal can take heart from the fact that they're more than holding their own despite being a man down. That's credit to their level of organisation and spirit. Now that they've got a chance to have a breather and settle down, it'll be interesting to see what approach they'll take after the break.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we are back underway.
Portugal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Kvaratskhelia, he's found a way through. Kaka. That is ended up in no man's land. That's a love. Messi!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Well, that has not gone well. It's crossed into the middle. Nagatomo clears it away.
Barcelona clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Oh, perfectly measured. Chance! And he's done it! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Barcelona go into the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Throw in. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And here's Kvaratskhelia. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Kvaratskhelia hangs in a cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
So who's he going to be aiming for here? Costa Curta. Played in deep. It's a mighty effort! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Saliba. Rijkaard. Nagatomo. And it's Nagatomo. Musiala looking to get on the end of this. He rises! There it is! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Aimed beyond the defence. He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Hakimi has got himself a free kick. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 20, el dorsal 11, Iniesta, cambio de jugadores.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Opts for safety. Batistuta looks to get on the end of this. Taken back almost at once. Looking for the run. Hakimi. And he's worked it through.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And it's Okazaki. Passing is crisp and sharp. Park Ji-sung. Now then, the ball's come loose. Knocks it into space. And the counter is on. Takes the shot! Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Iniesta!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Messi could try cutting inside here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And that is expertly dealt with. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rijkaard. Okazaki. Batistuta. Someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Nicely weighted ball. Can he latch on to this? Goes for goal! And that could so easily have gone in. It didn't, and the 90 minutes are up.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. Into extra time we go. No, it's come to nothing. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And this is Okazaki. Whistle's gone, that's foul. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Keeper's not concerned by that.
Batistuta has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Now it's Iniesta. Rijkaard. Chance here to counter. Scholes. And here's the chance to counter. Tries to thread one through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
It's loose now and they want to get it back. Strong running down that left flank. Ball driven towards the far post. And it's Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Rijkaard. And here's Messi. And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's neat. Good chance here. And no, he couldn't find the finish. Conte. And it's Hakimi. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now, can they get him away? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and that's it for the first period of extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally, but does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 5, Scholes, será reemplazado por el dorsal 18.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. Oh, that's well spotted. Rijkaard. Iniesta. Steaming on goalwards.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Park Ji-sung. That's gone for a throw-in. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well timed, excellent interception. Costa Curta. Iniesta. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Iniesta. Van de Ven. Gravenberg. And this is Okazaki. Batistuta. And he's only too happy to take that back. Can he spark a counter here? Still inseparable. We have penalties.
Well, the numerical disadvantage made this the best case scenario for them, but they deserve to be commended for getting to this position.
The referee has ended the second half of extra time. All square. Some weary legs out there. So who has it left in them to take a penalty? And you can almost hear a pin drop. They could really do with scoring the first penalty. 1-0.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
So the ball is placed on the spot. Batistuta is the next to run the gauntlet. Coolly done, one each.
Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
Batistuta is the second man to step up for his team. Good penalty, just steered it the other way.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Okazaki will take their second. And in with absolute accuracy.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Hazard is the third man to step forward.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
Park Ji-sung will take the third penalty. Oh, Cooley does it. 3 each. Xabi Alonso is fourth up. That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
Rijkaard is the fourth man to step forward for them. Coolly into the bottom corner.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Iniesta with the last of the first 5 penalties. Ah, it's a tame penalty, straight at the keeper.
Well, in trying to get clever, that ended up being too comfortable for the keeper.
Gravenberg just needs to keep his nerve here. He's buried it, and he's won it. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Portugal can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and
Bye.